Hello everybody, it's Greg the Ghoul coming to you from within Phantasm Comics here. It's after hours, the shop is closed, but we have something to show off. I've done it again. This is the second time I've made a video about this. This will be the second time, and this is the third time I've made a purchase like this. So everyone strap on in. I have a feeling it might be a long one. I don't think I'll release this in parts, so you might see me change clothes throughout this, because I'm going to get through a bunch and then probably take a break. So we'll see how long it goes, but we are opening a box of some very cool Lovecraftian items, so stay tuned, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right, we have this box here. We just got this in, so let's take a peek at what we got. How much I love this sort of packing material. Never my favorite. All right, wow, look at that. All right, let's get into that. Let's back this up a little bit. All right, where it is. All right, so I can see from here this is definitely a bag of CRYPT of CTHULHU that we're opening. All right. So, what do we have here? This is CRYPT of CTHULHU, a Lovecraft zine. So this is, it ran from like, around like 1981, which is when this is probably from, 1981. Yeah, Hollow Mass, Volume 1, Number 1. So this is the first issue. Here's Cthulhu coming out of his crypt. This is like, you know, a mix of amateur, you know, literary sort of analysis and new writings, old writings, reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. And it has all related to Cthulhu, or all related to H.P. Lovecraft and the greater mythos that he created. So here's book 1. Definitely a tough one to come by, and here's probably one of the second most popular books. So it's kind of cool that I think these might come out in order. So this is the Godzilla cover, Godzilla versus Cthulhu. I'd have to say these are all in really nice condition. Originally published or printed out of Bloomfield, New Jersey. This is a Cryptic publication book. Cryptic publication printed them up to, I think it was issues like 1 to like 70. And then it became Necronomicon Press. This is issue 3. Some of the best stuff about these are the artwork that comes with them. You have a lot of early, good Alan Kay stuff. And you just have some, like, you know, just fun, great black and white artwork. This is number 4. And just to give you an idea, this is like, you know, Cosmology of Azathoth, Lovecraft, Mathematics, and Outer Spheres. So all this sort of stuff. Fun Guys from Yuggoth. There's reviews, mail calls. So this is a 40-page zine just devoted to Lovecraft and the mythos. Here's Lovecraft and Occult Cosmology. A lot of them have had themes too, so that was kind of cool. They would do different themed or spotlight issues. This is number 7, featuring a new Lynn Carter story. So there you go. So I don't normally see these, other than actually in my store, or I guess at like the zine or at the pulp shows that I've gone to, or paper shows. That's the only place I found these, or on eBay. This is number 8, featuring H.P. Lovecraft by Colin Wilson. Some of the artwork on these are just fantastic. I love this sort of indie black and white look. I love that the different there's different colors per covers for the different cover stock here. It's like heavy cover stock, and then the interior is just white. Let's see if there's anything fun in here. Nothing too crazy. CRYPT of CTHULHU number 12. So I personally have a full run of these already. That was the first time I picked them up in a complete run. The second time I did it, I think, was for the store. That one came from a member of the band Venom, or Pentagram, maybe. I forget which one. I'll have to go back and look in the video, because I think I did mention it. But that was so cool. They're eBay page was odd. It was like a lot of weird 80s leather lingerie, and then Crypt of Cthulhu's. So we're up to number 14 here. Let's see. You get stuff like Swamp Call, Brian Lumley's story. Has Kadath Been Sighted by Richard Tierney. Lovecraft as I Seem to Remember Him by F. Gumby Calum. So a lot of people writing down their memories of Lovecraft or just talking about, because at this time there are some people that are still alive that knew Lovecraft, probably Robert Bloch, and a whole bunch of other names in the early 80s. And then also probably reprints of letters that people had written earlier on. I always love this as coming from the comic book world. It's a fun, popular cover. And, you know, finding these, I was always a fan of the Lovecraft stories, Lovecraft mythos, very just like tangentially, just enjoying it from afar, listening to a story here and there, and just, you know, knowing what it was all generally about. But when I found all this and realized that there has been a fandom for Cthulhu for so long, I really got excited. It was something that, you know, it's that sort of buzz that you want to keep following as you collect more. This is definitely one of the things people always ask, what do you collect? 1, fanzines. 2, Crypt of Cthulhu's. So, but the condition on these are definitely really, really nice. So here's one of the featured portfolio issues. Brian Lumley issue. He's done one of the like outer circles, not the inner circle, core creators and you know, builders of the mythos beyond Lovecraft. I think he's in the second wave. And that's, you know, some of that stuff is discussed here. Interview with Brian Lumley. Let's see here. 2 different Brian Lumley stories. A 3rd story here. 4th story. So this one's just Brian Lumley heavy if you're into that. So not just Lovecraft. Crypt of Cthulhu 20. There's 22. Just the idea that, you know, it wasn't pre-internet or anything that I discovered these. You know, it was, I know that there was a fandom out there, but I didn't know that there existed such a serious dissection of the mythos out there early on. You know, now I'm like, I'm deep into it, you know what I mean? But issue 24 featuring Richard L. Tierney. Again, all names that we're dropping today. If you enjoy mythos stuff, like H.P. Lovecraft, these are names that you would want to go out and seek out some of their other stories. Frank Belknap Long. Gateways to Forever. A great way to find some of this stuff is if you can track down one of these issues, you get a nice little put together piece of that person's work, or just fun H.P. Lovecraft stuff. An easier way to do this, I guess, for some people might be the Chaosium books. They really put together a nice package, and this is kind of like the Chaosium books. I think kind of grew out of this because it's out of this idea. Here's an Untold Tales, Crypt of Cthulhu 27, Clark Ashton Smith profile. And this is introduction, mostly all Clark Ashton Smith stuff here. Very cool. Here's another popular one, doing the Ghostbusters, Lovecraft's non-mythos horror tales. So there you go. If you wanted to dive into that, they still look at that. It's not just devoted to Cthulhu and all that. So Crypt of Cthulhu number 29, Vault Beneath the Mosque by Lynn Carter. Also stories by E.D.C. Burton. This is the perfect way to discover new artists or writers that you've never heard of if you enjoy this sort of storytelling. It's like discovering the, you know, extra features on DVDs early days, you know? This is like the extra features for all of our favorite mythos writers. That's what this is. This is like a package of extra features. It's super cool. And these are all going to be available here. I just got to get around to pricing them. So we have yet another huge wave of Crypt of Cthulhu's. I hope everything's coming out pretty good because I'm not stopping this long one here. Crypt of Cthulhu 32. So these were all put together, edited by Robert M. Price. He's been in some hot water lately for some of his views, of course. But he chugs on, and he's actually still publishing. CRYPT of CTHULHU ran up to like issue 107, I think, and then it stopped for a long time in the early 2000s. It's probably considered one of the longest running fanzines, independent magazines out there. CRYPT started in 81, and it went to about 2000, pretty much, issues coming out every year. And then it took a real long break, and then Robert Price revived it, and it's back available on Amazon. So I think you can pick up some new issues that way, if you dig it. You can, of course, find some of these on eBay. They run around anywhere from, fair prices are anywhere from like $15 to $35. Some skew a little bit higher. Finding it less than $15 if you're out in the wild, and you find one for less than $15, totally a good deal. I would definitely pick them up. Can't find them for $3.50 anymore, like this sticker price is right here. We're up to issue 38. Some great black and white covers here. So let's do issue 39. Remember, we started in 81, now we're up to 86. Gives you an idea how much output they're doing. Usually like 3 or 4 a year, I think it was, roughly. So we have Lynn Carter's story, Carl Jacobi, Robert E. Howard, who's who. And then we have more modern, Stephen Rasnick-Tem, Hugh B. Cave, I'm not sure if that's a new story or an old one, Frank Belknap-Long. So just, classic stuff. They call themselves a pulp thriller and theological journal. Here's one, a Robert Bloch, I believe, feature with a Alan Kay cover. So let's see if there's any. No Robert Bloch. Here we go. The Books of Robert Bloch, a bibliography compiled by R. Dixon Smith. Of course, they're doing the Psycho House here, and I assume this is Robert Bloch, not Alfred Hitchcock, of course. Why would they put him there? And let's see. We have Richard Tierney, Randall Larson, the Cthulhu mythos fiction of Robert Bloch. So there's an examination of all that. Robert Bloch got his start writing mythos fiction for the old pulps and everything, which we do probably have a few of those as well. The Henry Kuttner issue right there with a fantastic cover. We got half a bag left to go, and then there's probably 2 more, so we're going to cut it after this. This is probably a Frank Belknap-Long feature. Let's see here. All Frank Belknap-Long, yeah. Hope I'm saying his name right, but a lot of Frank stories and the poems, work of Frank Belknap-Long Jr. by H.P. Lovecraft. So they were friends. They had, there's also books that are letters between H.P. Lovecraft and many of his contemporaries, fans, and they're well preserved and reprinted. So if you ever want to get, this is the Ramsey Campbell Spotlight. Love this cover. Love it, absolutely love it. Alan Kay, 1986 Hollow Mass edition. Whoa, that one was getting pretty long. All right, so what happened was the full runtime of the video is like 49 minutes, and I had gotten into about 15 minutes of editing, which takes a while. So I cut it up where it's all filmed. Luckily, the video is in the can, so I can easily just keep editing as we go. But I have a lot of work to do here at the new place. We're setting up a lot of stuff. So I just had to, I'm going to dump this one out. We got, 13 minutes or so of Cthulhu content. A lot of fun stuff. Hopefully brought you some new stuff that you haven't seen before. So hopefully they'll be in the store. It's April 20th, I think, that the weekend, 4/20. They'll be in the store. I still have to price a lot of them. So I'll be working on that and working here at the new place, getting it all ready. So thanks for watching this one. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3. There's definitely going to be some more. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll catch you at the comic shop. Have a good one.